YouTube? It's Adam from Our Music Mogul, and welcome to another remake video. Today, we'll be remaking Meek Mill's track Going Bad off of the Championship album featuring Drake. It is my favorite track off that album. It's been requested, so let's get to remaking that song right here in Logic Pro 10. First things first, let's go ahead and set our tempo to 172 beats per minute. And let's start off with that main piano melody. We're going to go ahead and bring in a piano here, Steinway grand piano, and let's get to drawing in that pattern. Let's change this to a pencil tool here. Duplicate that over. Duplicate that over once again. Actually, let's take over our first one. Copy that over. Let's copy that over. And it goes back to the E. All right, so there is the main piano pattern right over there. All right, next let's go ahead and just adjust our EQ right here. We're gonna cut out some of those lows. All right, next what we're gonna do here is apply a chorus effect. We're gonna go to modulation and let's add in some chorus. Just to kind of get that sort of shimmering vibe. We're gonna use that one right there. We're gonna lower this to about 30% so it's not so prevalent. All right, next let's go ahead and close that up. We're gonna bring in a free plugin here from Isotope, and the plugin is called Vinyl, and we're gonna give ourselves that warping effect that you hear in the track itself. A lot of trap producers are doing this right now. They're using the Vinyl plugin, and they're just turning up the warp depth over here to kind of give it that warped vinyl effect and sort of like detunes that sound a little bit. As you can hear right there, but let's go ahead and just put it to about 45%. See how it warps that sound a little bit. And we're going to pull down the year to about 1950 to give it more of that honky tonk feel as heard in the track itself. Just going to add in, actually we'll add in our own vinyl noise after, so let's go ahead and leave that down. Won't adjust any of the noise itself. All right, next what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna bring in some reverb just to fill it out a little bit more. All right, and that's pretty much our piano right there. Next, let's go ahead and bring in that vinyl sound I was talking about. I'm just gonna go ahead off my screen here and bring in that file. It's a lo-fi vinyl recording. And it's just some audio noise like that. And we're gonna play that in the background with this piano. All right, so that sounds good like that. Next, let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. We're gonna layer up our piano sound here with a sound we did in a previous remake, 6/9's Fifi, the pizzicato strings. We're going to copy over the same pattern down to here. Except we're going to take out a lot of the effects here. And what we're going to do here is just play out the two and just mix them together. It just adds another dimension to that track, and then all three together. All right, next go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And let's go ahead and start bringing in those drums. We're going to bring in Logic's EXS24 sampler instrument. And we're going to bring in the Going Bad drum kit. Make that nice and loud here. And let's start off with the hi-hats. So the hats start over here. And we're going to change over to our brush tool. And let's go ahead and draw that pattern in. Repeat that, lower that because it's a bit loud. All right, so there's our hats right there. Let's go ahead and duplicate that track. And let's go ahead and draw in our clap. Make that louder. All right, so that sounds good like that. Next, let's go ahead and duplicate that track. And let's go ahead and draw in our 808s, or at least the first pattern of our 808. We're going to go down to our 808 is in the low octave here. Start on the B. It goes up here and then back down. So our 808s are overlapping there a little bit. Let's make sure we got mono set there so they're not crossing each other. All right, so that sounds good like that. Next, let's go ahead and duplicate this track over here. And we're going to copy this down, and we're just going to layer that 808 with a kick. Let's just bring this down all to the same value. There's our kick right there. Just gives it a little bit more punch. All right, and then right before the verse kicks in, we're going to go ahead and bring in a quick sweep. And for that, we'll use a Logic loop here. And let's just search sweeps. All right, so let's use this one right over here. We're going to go ahead and drag that in. All right, so now let's go ahead and just manipulate this sweep right here. We don't need the entire sweep. Actually, that sounded good like that. Let's go and just cut that out over there. Take all that out. Put that back. All right, so there's a quick little sweep right there. Just use that section. All right, next let's go ahead and move on to our verse. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this piano track right here for visual sake. And we're going to copy down this pattern. What we're going to do here is going to drop it down one full octave. So we're going to go over to our inspector tab over here while the region is selected and select transpose -12. That will push the MIDI down one full octave. All right, now we're going to go open up our EQ, and we're going to adjust this and take out a lot of the high ends. Let's go ahead and just take out our high end here. We're going to copy over our vinyl. We're going to do the same thing here with our strings. We're going to copy that over. We're going to pitch this down 1 full octave. And we're just going to mix these two together. Let's get that right here. Alright, so that's good like that. We're going to copy over our hats. And we're going to copy over our clap. Our 808 and kick pattern does change up a little bit. So let's go ahead and draw that in right now. So here is our new 808 pattern. It is an 8-bar length pattern. And let's go ahead and draw that in right now. Go back to the low octave. Changes back to a pencil. All right, so let's go ahead and start this out. All right, let's focus on our second half here. Alright, so there's our 808 pattern. We're going to do the same thing for the kick. We're just going to copy this down. Make sure it's all on the same line or key. And just shift that up to our kick. And now we got our kick and our 808. Alright, let's go ahead and duplicate this entire pattern. And then we're going to go ahead and copy this pattern, push that over, copy over our vinyl, copy over our riser, and then we go back into this section right over here. And then it kind of repeats itself throughout the record. But for the tutorial's sake, that is pretty much the arrangement. So let's go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Listen to the remake we just put together, Meek Mill's track Going Bad featuring Drake. Let's go. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Alright, so there it is right there. Meek Mill's track Going Bad featuring Drake, remade in Logic Pro 10. For you Logic users out there, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys. Place that as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For you non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go ahead and export all these MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that you heard in this tutorial. You can find that entire playback in the description box below this video. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go ahead and talk in the comment section below. And if you did like this video, remember thumbs up and share it, and of course hit that subscribe button for more great videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.